If there ever was a foreign terrorist organization, it is the Houthi. We have not designated them. We have not designated them because that could possibly interfere with feeding the people they rule. This would come as a shock to General Douglas MacArthur if, in the day after Pearl Harbor, he had been informed that his number one objective was to feed the civilians of Japan. Those who cheer the Houthi, who shout their praises, claim to be progressives. They should take responsibility for the death that the Houthi have caused, not just in Yemen, but elsewhere. You see, 20% of Ukraine's grain exports go through the Red Sea, similar amounts from other countries. When that grain price goes up, people in East Africa, in Ethiopia, and Tigray, and poor parts of South Asia don't eat as much. They can't afford it, and they die. Not wasting disease that you can capture on a video, but rather they're eating 2 meals instead of 3, and that increases their susceptibility to death. I would like, without objection, to put in the record an article from The Advocate, perhaps the leading LGBTQ plus publication in America, which is headlined, Houthi Court Sentences 13 Men to Public Execution for Gay Sex. Now that's just one court in one province at one time. How many members of the LGBTQ plus are brutally killed by the Houthi year in and year out? So there is blood on the hands of the Houthi. There is blood on the hands of those who prevent us from taking effective action against them and shout their praises. And I see that blood is actually on the hands of people visible to me right now. Okay. I would ask for some additional time. I think Dr. Pollack, you had it exactly right. We cannot limit ourselves to just trying to prevent the Houthi, reduce the amount by which the Houthi intercept shipping. We have to provide weapons to the legitimate government of Yemen and its allies. Dr. Pollack, Iran benefits from freedom of navigation around the world. Is it morally right that not a single Iranian ship has been stopped by the U.S. Navy, even for a day, when Iran interferes with the commerce of the entire world?
The morality of it, I simply am not qualified to comment on. Strategically, what I will say is that the United States has chosen not to do so repeatedly for a wide variety of reasons. But I think that it is important. I think that the question that you're asking, Congressman, is a very important one, and it should be on the table. As my dear friend Dr. Alterman has pointed out, the Iranians don't fight by the rules. They don't play by the rules. And we have handcuffed ourselves time and again in trying to respond effectively by doing so when they choose not to. We are confronted all across the region by a very determined, wily, and unscrupulous adversary. We owe it to put all the options on the table and consider them.
So if a ship taking luxury goods to Iran was delayed for a day or two, would Tehran get the message?
They might very well. We have seen that in the past, the Iranians are incredibly cautious and respectful of American military power. When they believe that there is no threat that we will employ it, they do whatever they can. When they believe that there is a chance we will employ it, they suddenly become much more cautious and respectful.
I'd finally point out that to have a durable ceasefire in Gaza, we need to see Hamas leave Gaza, just as we saw in 1982 when terrorists left Lebanon. And a durable ceasefire cannot exist if Hamas is there because they've already declared. They want to repeat October 7th again and again until the blood of Israelis flows again and again. That is the goal of Hamas, and that is the goal of those who support Hamas.